Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the channel. My handle is Celestial Farm Girl, and I hail from Western Washington, America. And I'm really happy to be here with y'all today. I want to tell everybody thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes, and for your beautiful comments, your goodwill, just all the good things that you send my way. I'd also like to give a shout out to everybody who's been here with me since the beginning, Tiny, and a lot of my friends. I love y'all and thank you so much. In fact, you're all my friends. You're all my soul family. And I appreciate y'all being here with me. We're here to do a reading for Creator's View today. And I appreciate you all that join me. Thank you. So we'll start with the dice and see what we get. Just to let you know that the moon is halfway out of Scorpio and halfway into Sagittarius today. So we might have some, Scorpio is all about those deep, dark things that we don't really want to deal with, but need to. And Sagittarius is about, aiming for our intentions and broadening our expansion. And, and then let's show God and love in there and the divine feminine. It's all about loving ourselves through what we're going through and appreciating ourselves no matter where we're at. Because life is not easy. It didn't come with a manual. And it's a live and learn kind of thing. And so we can't be too hard on ourselves, right? We got to go with the flow. And the flow is always moving. We have the North Node and we have Scorpio. So somebody may have a Scorpio North Node. This is one. It's about the self, focusing on the North Node is about climbing that mountain, right? Did I get it right? No, here it is. The North Node, where is it? There it is. The North Node is all about climbing that mountain, getting over getting to the top, and down the other side is easy peasy, right? And the only way we can get to the top of the mountain, and we are the mountain that we got to climb, is what Creator is letting us know here. And our deepest, darkest, secrets, thoughts, and depths of us is what makes us. And that's why we need to heal those deeper, darker memories that we hold back and hold on to. The things we don't want nobody to know about us are the things that we absolutely have to heal within us. And, we all are due our privacy about things, but if we need help, we should always ask out and expect to be understood if we do need help. So, with that being said, this is Scorpio. Scorpio is a profound sign. And the scorpion's tail, the sting, that damn thing that hurts so bad. If you can live through it, work through it, and heal it and overcome it, then you'll be the best you could ever have thought that you could be. And while you're doing that, whatever you're healing you're doing, you want to just love yourself through it, no matter what, because that's the only way we get healed. We can't be mean to ourselves, condemn ourselves, hold ourselves, call ourselves names and treat ourselves and talk to ourselves as if we're stupid. We know better than that, not to hit ourselves, not to condemn ourselves. And that's very important in your healing process, because healing can only be done in love and security and knowing that you're moving towards being okay. So it's very important of those deep dark things that you don't want to share with no one, that you work through them, feel them, play with them in your mind and change the scenarios of them, transmute that energy, that and use it towards your own power. Okay, so I wasn't plan on talking about Scorpio. I just wanted to let you guys know that the moon is halfway out of Scorpio and moving into Sagittarius. And so, it looks like Creator wanted to talk about that mountain of Scorpio. Well, Scorpio's that thing about the sting within you, where you've been stung, where it hurts sometimes, that, it's hard to think about it. It's hard to feel. It's hard to cope with. You try to do anything you can not to think about it. But you need to do that in order to get to the top of the mountain. You've got to think about it, and you've got to heal yourself from it. It's not about blame or anything like that. It's about loving yourself through it and letting yourself know you understand what you've been through wasn't easy, and need to apply the balm of love to yourself. We got 10 of air here, and I'm going to read it. 10 of air. I wonder if I can prop that up. I need a propper, right? I need something to prop this up. I'm going to try to prop it right there. Like that. 10 of air. Where's my Gaia? Air. 10 of air. Let's bring her up closer. 10 of air. Individuation. Self-actualization. Liberation. An altered perception. New paradigms. A great mystery. A paradox. A potential. It's a time of independence. Say goodbye to the public persona, no longer bound by another's opinion. Walk your own path. Humans are paradoxical by nature. See and know your potential. The self is whole. Time to grow up and leave home. Individualization, it's about maturing in your thoughts, becoming an individual and self-actualization. That would be a part of your healing journey too, because if you heal yourself, you can self-actualize that into the progress of the future for self-healing. You will begin to understand how you can heal yourself through anything, and that it is mind over matter. This is the 10 of Swords. This is all about mind over matter. This is about how you think, so you are. If our mind gets thoughts and triggers and stressors, then so does our heart and our emotions. They work together in tandem. The air over the water, out on the ocean, if the air is whipping up in a storm, or, an emotional things are going on in your head, then it's going to come down here into your emotions. So it's mind over matter, it's independence, it's thinking good thoughts towards yourself and thinking good thoughts towards others. And that's not always easy, is it? But we can train ourselves to do that. And also don't attach emotions to the thoughts. Sometimes the craziest thoughts will come through our head, right? But those might not even be your thoughts. That's one of the things about self-actualization and individualization, where when you got things that are going through your mind, you might be picking up other people's thoughts, So, you need to know what's your thought and what's someone else's thought. And that's where healing comes in. And a lot of the time, a lot of thoughts that come in will be triggers, but that doesn't mean that they're still our thoughts. These can be thoughts sent to us by the universe in order to help us to heal that trigger or that owie, whatever it is. There's some wisdom for you. I'm not saying anything against taking medication or anything like that, but I know this for a fact that I started out where they gave me medications and stuff. And when I realized that I could work through my stuff, and this was 30 years ago, I started working through my traumas and my pain. And I'm still working through it today, and I'll probably work through it for the rest of my life because our inner child is a tender little place. And, we need to make sure that she's nourished or he's nourished well. And so, I can't remember where I was. Okay. So just monitor your thoughts and do your best to think positive about anything that you're going through and find positive outcomes for what you went through. And not just that, try to rationalize. You got to work through it, whatever it was. Yeah. The King of Air. A lot of air going on here. A lot of air. Wisdom is air too. That's air and heart. But here we have the King of Air. High intelligence and wisdom. Understanding the process of that. This planet is like a school. And we didn't come with manuals. Just like in any school you go to from the beginning, you have to begin to learn things as you go, our ABCs, our 1, 2, 3s. And then, we learn how to read a small sentence, and then we move further and further. So, and we also miss things as we're growing up through those years, which means we have to try harder to learn them. And life doesn't change, just the lessons get bigger. And, nobody should think just because you graduated from the 12th grade, you're done. We have to learn. Then we got to go inward, and we begin to work with our inward lessons, our inner world. And that's what the moon is all about, our inner world. It's our inner world that creates our outer world. So how we think and perceive ourselves is how the world thinks and perceives us as well. That's why it's very important to work on your healing and self-development. The better you perceive yourself, the better you'll be perceived, in the world, and you'll find balance. The main thing is to not be afraid to heal and to love yourself or be embarrassed by it or feel like you're taking time from someone else when in all actuality you need a little bit of time for yourself. Solitude and hermitude is the best way to heal. When an animal gets injured, you don't see that animal running out and trying to hang out with other animals. It usually goes and finds a place to lick its wounds. We're no different. We need to find a place to lick and heal our wounds. And if you leave a dog to take care of itself, and of course if you help it when it needs it and everything, but it will come back out and it will be brand new. I've had dogs to do that. And I've done it. You think you've, been there and done that and you can't come back up again. Oh, hell yeah, you can. It don't matter how old you are or how much you've been through. You can get back up. You tell yourself, I am strong, I am capable, I am willing to fight for a life that I can enjoy and love. Right? Right. The counselor. You counsel yourself. You begin to become your own parent. You are your own cheerleader. You are your own healer. You don't need all that other stuff. What you need is to learn to love and appreciate yourself for the creature you are. No matter what you are, or who you are, or how you are. And if you don't like what you are, there comes Scorpio, right? Things you don't want to talk about with other people. Then you work within yourself and you bring that out, recognize it, and begin to change it. You work on things that you don't like about yourself to make them better, more acceptable to you. I'm not talking about if others like you. I'm talking about, do you like you? Do you love you? Well, if you don't love you, how can you love anybody else? But the main important thing is you're missing out on the greatest love of a lifetime. And that's you loving you. You loving what you do. You loving who you are. You loving you because you are a creation that you created. And become your own counselor and the scribe. And write down your journey. Journal for your children to let them know the things that are going on in this world. That this is a schoolhouse and we're constantly learning. We never stop. We never get stagnant. We're always moving forward. If you dam up the river, right, it holds back all the best stuff. All the nourishment doesn't go down. Don't be ashamed of anything. It's all fertilizer for your growth. You've never made a mistake. You were just told you did. You may have made a misstep. You may have not gotten everything perfect the first time, but you never made a mistake. You kept trying and trying and trying. You know, that's not a mistake to keep trying and trying and trying. That's doing your best. Right? And we should congratulate ourselves when we're doing our best. Yeah, it's all about duality. We have great days, we have bad days. That doesn't define who we are. What defines who we are is our character and how we love ourselves and how we appreciate ourselves and why we appreciate ourselves. When you walk in truth, man, you love yourself for that. I do. I know that I can trust myself to tell the truth every time. I ain't worried about it, whether people like to hear it or not. And that makes me strong, exceptional. A lot of people don't do that. They don't like to speak the truth because they don't want to make people feel away. But you know what? Sometimes making people feel away is the way you got to go. That's the truth. You got to go through that way. And when everybody starts walking in truth and telling the truth and speaking the truth, everybody's going to see the truth. And the world will become a better place. This place will become a better place when we all start walking in truth. Truth's a good thing. I love truth. I love truth. Even if I have to tell the truth and it makes me feel like, I didn't want to tell that because I was wrong and I got to do it. But I do it anyway to let people know that, I was wrong. I was wrong. What's so bad about that, to be wrong? It's not bad to be wrong, even though we feel like it is. But it's not really. At least it means we were trying. So it's always better to walk in truth so you can feel good about who you are and trust yourself to make the right decisions, because you know that if you don't make the right decision, you'll have to tell the truth about it. Do you see how it works? It kind of like keeps you in line itself. I got two. Oh, 8 of fire, and that's the message. Truth actually keeps you in truth, because when you know that you're a truth teller and you've become accustomed to it because it makes you feel so good, you begin to walk the path of truth. And that's just the way that is. That's fire. You know, God protects everybody. The universe protects those who walk in truth. You can count on that. So as you're straightening your life up and healing, you know, learning to feel good about who you are, upgrading your self-esteem because you appreciate yourself for doing the right things, where can you go from there? Well, you turn into your own hero. You become your own savior. You save your own life in a much more natural, fulfilling way. Right? Yeah, you become a bear. You know, you become golden. You know, the universe walks with those who walk in truth. It's just the way it is, because, you know, it's universal laws. So when you obey the universal law, and the big one is to walk in truth, it covers so much. Just covers so much. It covers everything. Like you'll be protected from everything, because the universe protects those who are brave enough and bold enough to speak their truth. We really need these truth speakers on everything. We need them in corporations. We need them in politics. Speaking of politics, there's a little girl in New Zealand guys should watch. She gave the war cry in the parliament, and I'm so proud of her. She stood up and gave a song, man, when she was supposed to give a speech. Instead, she gave a song of the war cry of the natural tribes of this planet. So check her out, because, you know, we're all going to be called into this war of peace. And the war of peace is about being able to speak the truth. And when you speak it, people see it and feel it and understand it, and then they can't deny it. It's God's words coming right out of their mouth, the Holy Spirit speaking right to their heart. Now, I know I get passionate on here. I watch myself sometimes. I'm like, darn, you're always showing your hands. You're telling everything. You're talking like you know what you talk about, but I do know what I'm talking about. We're coming into the new age, the age of Aquarius, right? Yeah, Pluto in Aquarius, breaking down all the old ways. People are beginning to stand up and speak truth in politics and parliaments and the tribes all around this world. And we want to join in with that. We want to be a part of the change for the better, the change for the better for the future, and to repair what has been done from the past. So we, walking in truth, moving towards a better world, will create two different scenarios. Not only will we be able to heal the past, but we will create a much better future, just through learning to walk in truth and speak the truth out loud without fear. Because it has been hard to get the truth out there. And a lot of people, you know, in certain, well, let's just talk about right up there at the top of the list, the big corporations all around this world, you know, who's got 25 men in front of them, and you can never get to the big boss who speaks the truth. And everybody thinks it's okay to sue this and sue that and go through this and go through that and get all these payouts. But nobody's really paying. Money doesn't pay those things. It takes more than money. We need a change. We need to make sure that our future children are protected from these people, and their money cannot buy that. We need cooperations to back down from their pollution. We need to stand up as a people, and we learn by becoming strong within ourselves. This is like World War III going to happen, but it's going to happen and be a war of truth. A war of people who are strong enough to stand up for truth. Right? No guns, none of that needed. We don't want to take that to our future. We want to abolish that shit. Ain't no reason to have a gun except to kill somebody other than, I mean, hunting weapons are one thing, but anything other than a hunting weapon, yeah, you got plans on killing somebody. You're actually premeditating it. It's the way I see it. And I don't think, I mean, I just don't believe in weapons. I think we should battle it out in truth with words and let the best man win, just like you do in court in a justice system. Hey, Knight of Wands, that's a journey, huh? Beat the drums, beat the war drums, call our ancestors in, call the spirits in, stand in truth, right? Yeah. All we want is our dignity, and we want to have good families, and we don't want to be stressed out to the core. We're not asking for much. I've never asked to be rich, never. But I have asked for a home, and I have asked for food, and I have asked for money. I have asked for a few things, but it's only because I needed to survive. But why should we have to ask when really it's all ours anyway, right? It's all ours. It's all ours. We just got to remember that there was a day and time when this belonged to everybody. We raised our children side by side. Capricorn. Yeah, I'm asking you to join me, okay? It's Capricorn, it's the devil. But yeah, just remember back in the old days. Yeah, I am asking you to join me, but I'm not the devil. But I am an earth sign. I'm not a Capricorn, but I love Capricorns. I think the goat is awesome, powerful. The goat can climb that mountain, right? If you got a mountain to climb, like this north node right here, I'll tell you what, you want the goat to show you the way. And you might want to be a goat when you're doing it because it'll make that journey a whole lot easier getting up there on top. Not afraid of the devil. We don't worry about the devil. We use the devil energy and turn it into something better. We develop ourselves. But I've known a few Capricorns. My mama was a Capricorn. And sometimes I thought she was the devil. But she got stuff done when she wanted it done. And she always got her point across. So, we could all use a little of that Capricorn strength, courage, tenacity, and action. Jumping from rock to rock and cliff to cliff as we move our way up. And a little Leo strength don't hurt either. Believing in ourselves, learning to believe in ourselves, to believe that you're valuable to this planet and needed, that this planet loves you and wants your well-being. And she has a spirit too. She's the Holy Spirit. Mother Earth is the Holy Spirit. She gives all kinds of abundance, and she protects the dead after they pass on. She gives them a place to rest. Who knows? Maybe all this abundance is from all the spirits of life that's ever lived on this planet. Who knows what brings it? We don't know. It's a mystery. Judgment. Don't let anybody judge you, and don't judge yourself. Just remember, you came without instructions. Nobody showed you the way, and you have done the best you could. And you need to tell yourself that. I've done the best I could. And I'll do better if I want. I'm working on myself. I'm what is that? A project, and gosh, I can't think of it. A creative work and movement. As you go through time, you create who you're going to be. So think about who you want to be in 5 years, because 5 years will get here. And you want to know, right? You kind of want to direct yourself in that place you want to be. So start directing now, because 5 years are coming. Okay, I love you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.